All right, so for this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about cryptocurrency, blockchain technology. Thank you. So any one of you, a while back I was talking, I think at the same time kind of a thing, I was talking about two ICOs I was kind of peeking at and interested in. It was Propy, real estate market thing, and Rivets. Remember that? Talked about both of those. So interesting, when you sign up on these sites, like to join the ICO or whatever, you always click on the site, join newsletter, and then they inform you, of course, going forward. They'll tell you when the ICO is and all that stuff. So Propy got this newsletter. First real estate purchase has taken place thanks to Propy on the blockchain. So, dear Propy community, we are proud to announce Propy did the world's first real estate purchase on the Ethereum blockchain, which again, this is an ERC20 token that uses the Ethereum blockchain to do stuff. This is a historical moment for the whole real estate and blockchain industry, and we are very proud to be part of it. This is only the first milestone of the collaboration between Propy and the state agency for e-governance of Ukraine. Buying real estate will attract foreign investors, in fact, opening the market to them. Moreover, Propy's first partnership with a foreign government coincides with new legislation allowing foreign investors to purchase land in Ukraine as of January 1st, 2018. So you can kind of see where Propy may become, the token itself could be, in my opinion anyways, have a bit more value coming up in the near future. If they've made this agreement with the government of Ukraine, which they apparently have, I mean, this is going to be potentially the beginning of this kind of stuff, right? So you can kind of see why I was a little jazzed about Propy. And Rivets, I'm still psyched about Rivets, but again, this is news for Propy. Development updates. It was a very busy week for us. We made numerous improvements to the smart contracts, such as integrated Hello Sign, digital signing, embedded templates, ability to reject transactions, automatic processing of PRO tokens, improved security, and some more. Check out our GitHub for the full contract source code, yada, yada, yada. While Propy dev team was focused on the smart contract transaction tool and making this revolution possible, here are the news that happened meanwhile. Exchanges, liqui.io, a non-security exchange, listed PRO tokens. This is the fourth secondary market where PRO tokens are now available. Community meetups, yada, yada, yada. So anyways, just a bit of an update is all this was. I got it because, of course, I'm into Propy like some of you guys, right? And again, I get it. The ICOs, even some of the good ones. I've been watching CoinMarketCap ever since the downfall of all the freaking tokens from Jamie Dimon running his mouth in China and backing out and all that crap. Generally speaking, the ICOs, even the good ones, are down to where you might, some of them say, dude, that's what it came out at. That price, it went up 3-4 times that, and then now it's back down to ICO level, price. See who that was that texted me. So, someone's asked me about CDX token, the commodity ad network token. Any news on that? And they just texted me. But I can't answer you. I'm in the middle of a video. Although I could pause it, but I'm not going to. So anyways, that's one thing, right? And like I said, some of these things I'm really psyched up about. I look at the background. I look at whatever I have to do to delve deep into here. Who's behind this? Who's doing it? Some of them are like way up here as, yeah, I like that a lot. Some of them, and I'll tell you, I'll use Facecoin for the example. I didn't come out all jazzed like, guys, we got to get into this one. It wasn't. It was not that. Not at all. But I told you, I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing. Sometimes I'm making some moves that almost aren't worth even talking about, to tell you the truth. And that would have been one of them. But, hell, what the hell? I'm going to do it. I tell everybody anyways. And I did. So, example, again, they had an insane 200% token bonus in their pre-sale. They said they were going to give out 10,000 tokens. That means 30,000 tokens for one ETH, but you had to put in at least 10 ETH. When I saw that massive and incredibleness, if you will, I jumped on it. 16 total ETH or 11 ETH. Actually, it was 11 ETH, whatever. My 330,000 tokens, whatever. So anyone who waited and got in on the regular ICO had to get 500 to 1. In an example like that, and I did see some people commenting, you know, hey, and they were talking to the developers on the Slack channel, like, guys, that was kind of a stupid move. Matter of fact, it was like a piss poor move on your part. Like, it was really dumb, because anyone who missed that pre-sale, the bonus level to the regular level is so far out of whack. Those of us who buy in at, you know, 500 to 1, those people, there are people out there that have 30,000 for one of these. You know, it would take us 15 of these times that to do that now. So it's like it was so far out of whack. The pre-sale was so massive as far as bonus tokens. People who got 500 to 1 after the regular ICO are quite a bit upset, because for them the price has to go up considerably for them to even just get back their money or make money. Those of us who got in on that 10 to 1, 10 ETH deal, we don't have to wait for nearly as much. Having said that, you didn't have to put in 10 to get the 10,000 to 1. You just had to get on the pre-sale, period. So if you had 1 ETH or whatever it was, you could have got in, from what I understand, right? I mean, but 30,000 to 1 versus 10,000 to 1 is still fantastically better. I get it. But again, we don't know where the hell these things are always going to go, how they're going to perform. We had a massive sell-off from China taking place. It's still kind of trickling in. I say just be a little bit patient and let's see where these things go. They should start to go back up, even some of the coins that aren't doing real well. But just be patient with it. I have no choice. I've been moving my coins around and trying to find, oh, that one's up a little bit. Let me just unload a little bit of that one. Just a little bit, skim it off the top. That one's up a little bit, skim that one off the top. The rest of these, 3, 4, 5, 6, they're not up. I'm not touching those. I'm gonna have to leave those alone. Right? It is what it is. So, having said that, now remember I did my video, heard it from a friend, you know, who heard it from another, that Propy was going to do a pre-sale. And as of right now, again, I'm still 90-something% sure, just as I was yesterday, it's going to happen. It may be a few days before any official announcement happens. Again, if it actually does, and I'm almost like perfectly certain it's going to, but I can't say for 100%, which is a good thing, right? We all want our little discount. What they're not going to do, from what I understand, is something crazy as what FaceCoin did. You know, 10,000 to 1 tokens and then 500 to 1. But if you give us 10 ETH or more, it's 30,000 to 1. They're not doing anything insane like that. Matter of fact, I don't know of any other ICO that did anything that insane. It'll be more within reason, right? Sure, you'll get a little bonus, whatever it is, and then they'll have their ICO, yada, yada, yada. But I'm talking with some other YouTubers, by the way, like through email. Mike B is one of them. You guys know him. I've actually got by the time you see this video, the next day, so the 28th, that night, meaning the 29th, the video will be released. Me and him just said, someone was asking, hey, you guys should do a video together, man. I watch both of you guys. And I said, you know, I'll reach out to him. Hey, Mike, man, you know, we chat sometimes in email. You want to do video? Just shoot the, you know, breeze about cryptos and whatever else we want to talk about. Yeah, definitely, man. So we're going to do that. But, you know, we do chat, and I talk with a couple other YouTubers, crypto kind of people. And I'll be honest, I think they're maybe even more psyched about Propy than I am. And I'm pretty psyched about Propy, to be honest with you. But, you know, again, I look back at what happened with Populous on that. And Populous came out at a certain level, and then it went way up. And again, even Populous, like for example, let's pull it up, because even Populous, which is a great one, right now with the rest of them, not looking real hot. So let me show you my screen. Again, this is Bitcoin's nearing 4,000 again. Ethereum again getting close to 300. This is completely expected. Litecoin in the 50s again. Even that from $42 to 52 is a fantastic gain. And again, I don't think we've seen anything yet. So we're talking PPT, right? Populous. It's $2.65. But again, let's look at the chart when it first came out. When it was first traded, I should say, and it didn't cost this much. When Populous came out, it wasn't this expensive, from what I recall. It was like, someone correct me again. I may be misspeaking here, but it was in sub dollar, like 70 cents, 79 cents, depending on, because I think, again, if you put enough in Populous, you got a bonus as well. Like if you were to put in 100 ETH, I think, because I got in on it with another guy, you got an extra bonus kind of a thing. So it's somewhere between 60 and 80 cents, I think, roughly. And when it came out trading, it was trading at right off the bat $2.74, and then bang, $4, $5.7, all-time high of, looks like if I can stop it, 763. It looks like, anyways, right there. You can see that. And then bang, big massive pump, boom, sell-off, huge sell-off. 90 cents, right? 90 cents, a buck something, 90 cents. I'm trying to hit that low again. If I can get that sweet spot, whatever. And then it just slowly crept up, back down, back up, $2, $1, $2, you know what I mean? And then it started to do the steady rise. August rolls around, it's back up to $5-6. Bang, it's looking good, $6. Back down, back down, back down, back down. Here we are again in the $2-something range. So I'm showing you this to show you it literally started over here in the $2-something range, 2 and then 3, and we're back where it was. And this is what I would consider, first of all, market cap $109 million, volume $285,000 being traded day to day, 24 hours roughly. And again, you can see the massive volume, down here, the gray. This is volume. You can see this, here we got $1 million of volume, September the 2nd. 24 hours, and it's like that each day. Second, third, fourth, 1.5 million, 1.4. So there's some decent volume. But again, my point here is that they're all kind of down right now. Could you get upset and say, "Oh, damn it, I'm just gonna sell off and get my ETH back, whatever I can get back"? You could. And the sad truth is, I know some people are going to do that. I understand the reaction of, "Hey, there's a nice profit, take the profit." See, people got on my case when I sold off Veritasium because we all knew it was going much higher than 0.2, 0.3 ETH. It was going to go to, 0.4, 0.8, 9, 1-to-1, 1.0, and it did. And I look back when I was selling at somewhere around 3-to-1, so 0.3-ish. I bought those things at $6 and sold for around 120. My little stash I had. What really wasn't little, it was a decent little stash, I should say. Small stash, but not, whatever. But I had to do it for this house in order to capitalize and get this house. And after I liquidated it to put it in the savings account to let the 60 days start ticking so I can please the mortgage guy and all that. There it goes, 0.4, 0.5, 0.8, 0.9, 1.0. Oh. And I'm doing the math. 0.9 is 3 times greater than 0.3. 3 times 3 is 9. So 90,000 roughly times 3, 270,000. Oh, I could have had 270, but I knew that, and I knew there'd be other ones, and I've been capitalizing on the other ones. I got on a Populous, I got on another one. They're all pretty much down right now. So I understand. I'm just saying this because I understand people are a little upset, and I know most all of you don't blame me at all. How can you? The whole freaking thing is down. Everything. Things I never even talked about are down. I mean, even, for instance, let's go back. Remember Ant Shares, which was Neo? Neo. I mean, look at this. 1.3 billion, with a B, billion dollar market cap. And even it, right, we had this huge, here's another example, but, this was back from, look at this, September 2016, it just was flat. 18 cents, 18 cents, 20 cents, 8 cents, actually, there was one 8. Could you imagine, I'm just going to say this because I love numbers like this, getting in at 8, 10, 20 cents, and then today, even though it's quote-unquote down, it's $26. Talk about a massive cha-ching, right? And see, if somebody sold off around here, $6, $8, call it $8. Oh my God, it's 8. I'm taking profit. I paid 20 cents a piece, right? That's an epic win. Huge win, right? But oh my goodness, it went up to 38, $48, $48 right there. Oh my goodness. Your $8, 6 times 8 is 48. 20, 30 cents you're in on these things. Oh my God. Some people would be literally made men or made women. Right there. Done. Check, please. I'm cashing out. But look what happens when we get greedy and we want to go higher and higher and higher. I'm not selling yet. This happens. $48, 42, 30 something, back up 41. Nope, back down big time. And only recently it was 19 bucks. Again, now it's 26. So even from 19 to 26 is a nice gain, which happened over the last few days. Right? 1782, low over here, 1681 on September 21st, almost 22nd. Right? 17 bucks. 26. That is a very nice gain. Having said that, though, again, my point, it's still basically, let me go back to that. It's still down from where it was when it was doing great. So this is something that has a $1.3 billion market cap. This is a big coin, NEO. And I will tell you something that I am literally this close to doing. Matter of fact, as I sit here and say this, I don't know why I haven't done it. Why I don't just do it tonight, and I might. This mysterious coin, right? The mysterious coin. Cliff High and I have been in Bix. I've been talking about Cliff's data. There's gonna be a falling out between like two people, whatever, from one of these coins. It's gonna make the crypto news. We're all gonna hear about it. The coin is gonna absolutely get trashed in value. That's when we need to buy it, and then within a couple of years or so, it's going to do some things that will amaze you price-wise. Like insane. Like no other coin will matter if you can capitalize on this. We still don't have the data filled for that event or whatever for that particular coin. But I told you the one coin that was the closest to filling that data, and that is EOS, which I will pull up here. And again, you look at what it started off at. Now, granted, and someone already told me the answer, but I don't know it off the top of my head. I don't know what EOS sold for as far as like a pre-sale or ICO, the actual price. I don't know. So all I can give you now is what happened when it went to the auction, when it went to the, not the auction, the exchanges. There's $1, goes down to 89 cents or so, and then immediately goes crazy to $5 bucks. So again, let's just call it $1 to 5. That's a 5-time return. Not bad. Not bad at all, right? I mean, in this space, anywhere else, that's phenomenal. But in crypto land, it's not bad. You know what I mean? It's still great. So here we have it. Here we have it. And there was a little bit of a falling out kind of thing. The guy from Steemit, he left to do his own thing and this thing and all that. And so that criteria has been met. But look, it's just gone down and down and down. We're down to 56 cents as of right now. Now the market cap on this is $209 million right now. 24-hour volume, 5.6 million. So there's some volume happening. Right? There's 6 million, 7 million, 7 million, 4.5, 3.5, 4, 5, 6 every day. 24-hour, period. So what I'm gonna say to you, and I know I just said I'm this close, but now I'm like this close. Like I think I'm about to pull the trigger. Should I stop this video? And this is not, again, I have not gotten any kind of confirmation from Cliff High whatsoever. Hey Joe, I think it is a EOS. Let's get in on some of the stuff, or he'll get on his, I'll get on mine. I'll tell you guys to get in on yours. He has not said that. But with, again, that kind of market cap, this thing, it's not, EOS isn't going away. Does not appear to be going away, right? They can't. So if they run forward this, and remember what they said, and this came from the Dollar Vigilante, and he said, Jeff Berwick, this could be potentially an Ethereum killer when this thing gets going. It's going to really take up some of the space that Ethereum has now. So when they get to that level, which shouldn't be until next year sometime anyways, if they do present something that is competing with Ethereum, I'm just going to say, where's Ethereum at today? $288 as I'm talking. How high has it been? $400 or so. But let's just stick with 288. Remember the days of, man, I wish I got an Ethereum when it was 20, when it was 19, when it was... So I'm not going crazy. I'll tell you that now. I'm not even going to put a big amount on this, just in case. Because again, this isn't. I've not gotten any confirmation from Cliff. This coin could still pop up, right? And I want to make sure I can capitalize. So at 56, 57 cents right now. And here's the thing: you look at the. I mean, if you were to like chart this and run a trend line, it's not looking good as far as the price stabilizing. It's, again, if you charted this out, it would look like we got some more room to go down. And I'll be honest with you, it very well could. Here I'm talking about possibly jumping at 56, 55, 56 cents. It could go to 40. It might go to 30. Maybe it goes to 20. I have no idea. But this is low enough for me right now. You can kind of see a little resistance here that I may jump in. Again, I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to load the boat like I did with Litecoin, like I did with OMG, Omise Go coin. I will not even be putting probably half of what I did on those two. Not even half. I might do a quarter of what I did on those into this one. And this is going to be one of those, you remember how we say throw some mud on the wall, see if it sticks on some of these ICOs and stuff? This isn't an ICO. This is already out there. But I see this as a massive buying opportunity kind of a thing. It could go somewhere. I'm not telling you I have some kind of secret information. If you get in at 56 cents and it goes down further, sorry about your luck. I don't want to hear it from the fraction of a percent of people who seem to let me have it. When something goes down, when everything's up, they're quiet, everybody's happy. Then again, some of the haters aren't happy. They're still haters, and they hate no matter what, up or down. And it's, for me, in all reality, it's water off a duck's back. I really don't care. But I do want to make myself clear. And there are going to be more ICOs coming out. I'm looking at 2 different ones right now. I'm not even talking about PayPal. I'm psyched about PayPal. I'm really psyched about PayPal. So here's kind of another thing that some of you guys need to think about. And let me be honest with you here, which I always am. I am anyways. When I did my big sell-off on Veritasium, I held some. I told you I didn't sell them all. But as of this moment in time, and I did sell the rest of them a little while back, like probably over a month ago, I think, roughly, at a decent profit. Again, I didn't put all that money into this house. I only needed to come up with, well, I don't have to give exact numbers, but I put extra into the savings, put some into my checking, just for the hell of it. When I liquidated my Veritasium, I'm talking about the first time. I had more than enough in savings at that time to cover the down payment. It was even lower than we thought it was going to be. So I had some extra money in there, right? I saw a good time to sell Veritasium. I'm not waiting any longer. It was back up a little bit from, kind of where I sold off last time. You know what? I'll take my profit now. Why? Even though it may go higher again here later, because I want to get into some of these other ICOs. You either have cash to do it, or you have to liquidate a slice of your portfolio, or you may say, I don't want to touch my portfolio. Those are one, that one's down, that one's down, that one's down, that one's flat. Those two are up 20%. Not great in this world, but they're both up 20%. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sell off X number of those two, to come up with some ETH, because I want to get into, say, PayPal, and there may be 1 or 2 other ones that come up. Because what happens if I come out here, oh my gosh, Cliff just said such and such. Great on Litecoin, great on OMG. Here it is. Or maybe the mystery coin comes out, which it's still a possibility. I don't know. Again, it still might even be EOS. It may have already been there, and that's it. We just don't know yet. But you're going to have to figure out a way, and it's up to you. I can't help you. Do I liquidate? Maybe I'm flush where I started. I was up at one point really nicely. Now it's all back down, but I want some ETH to play in these other ones. So do you liquidate everything you have? I would say no. But if you had, I don't know your strategy, but if you said, I'm going to liquidate 50% of everything I have to come up with some ETH. And again, if you're looking at down numbers, I'm going to say don't do that. I just don't think so. However, here's the other side of it. Because again, you're going to take a loss essentially to come up with some ETH. But if you waited it out, that particular coin may go up, like a lot of them always do. If we just wait, right? There's so many decisions and so many possibilities, and I don't have the answers for you. I'm just trying to give you some scenarios. But here's the other scenario. Let's say you're into, I'm going to use FaceCoin because it's a great epic example right now. It's done. Speaking of, where's that thing at? FaceCoin. It's been 9 cents, 8 cents. It was just 2 cents earlier today. It's now almost 4 cents, which is pretty incredible. Because if someone were to play this, where it ended at, it says that, look at this. And there's not a lot of volume, so let's be real clear on that. There is a small amount of volume. $2,000, $3,000, $2,000, $29,000, $30,000, $3,000. So not huge, but could you imagine getting in when it was just 2 point something cents or whatever it was? Doubles, whatever. It's up 429% right here. But again, what are you gonna put? $500, $1,000 to try to make that move? You gotta have volume to make the move. So basically, what I'm telling you is, let's say you were one of the people that were into FaceCoin and you put in, and I don't know whether you got the super bonus or not. It doesn't really matter. Actually, it does matter. Let me back up. Because if you didn't put in the super bonus and you got in at 500 to 1, you need FaceCoin to be up to like 50, 60 cents, I think, just to like get your money back. If you got in on the bonus, which is why I always come out and do these videos and tell you, hey, there's a bonus, get in on it. You don't need nowhere near that amount. You can make a profit maybe at 5 or 6 cents. Easy. Potentially a decent profit. So I just want to, I'm picking this coin, but you can pick your own coin that you may have that's not looking real good. And let's just say you put 10 ETH into it. It's down today. It's down yesterday, down the day before, whatever. Tired of looking at this stupid thing. I want to get on, for example, Propy, because I think it might pull a maneuver like Populist did. And if it's a, whatever it comes out at, boom, it jumps up 4 or 5 times. Whoa, And I'm not saying that I know it's going to or think that it will do that. I think there's a possibility for sure, because it's very similar. Plus, it has some extra features that I really like, and it's honestly, I think there's some good chance. But anyways, I don't know. But if in your mind you're saying, okay, I put 10 into this damn thing, whatever coin, pick your coin that sucks. If I sell now, I'm only gonna get 5 ETH back, which means I took a bath on 5 ETH. But if I put the 5 ETH, so I take my losses now, I put the 5 ETH, and this is just an example, into Propy, or into some other one you're really happy about that's coming out soon, whatever it is, and it does go up 2 or 3 times. First of all, if it goes up 2 times, 5 ETH essentially gets you 10 ETH. But if it goes up 3 or 4 or 5 times, like Populist did right off the bat, well, now you're sitting on potentially 5 ETH turning into 20 to 25 ETH, right? So there's a strategy, but it's also a gamble. What if Propy, in this example, or XYZ token that's coming out that I want to get in, I think it's going to do well, and it doesn't do well. Now you just put 5 ETH into a token that's not quite doing well, because some of them come up and then start to go down right away. And I was poking around today on a bunch of these top 100 coins and looking, am I seeing like a general nowadays where ICO up and then sell off, ICO up and then sell off? And you do see that on some of these. But then there's some of them where you don't. Some of them you see they come out and they went up and it looked good. Other ones, they came out and went down and haven't really recovered. And I'm talking some some pretty decent sized ones in here, that made the top 100 list. They got to be big if they made the top 100 list, on the coin market cap. So I'm like giving you some scenarios, but at the end of the day, it's what ultimately happens to this particular coin. Are there a whole bunch of other people across the planet that think Propy, in this example, are going to do fantastic? Because if there are, then you and I are going to have a hard time. You better be ready to pounce. When the ICO, okay, we're doing ICO pre-sale. You better remember the days of Populous? It sold out so fast, people didn't even know what the hell hit them. Remember that? And I think, or was it Populous? And 10X, I think, also. Like, what the hell happened? It's already over. I missed it? Oh yeah, you gotta set your gas to 60 and you gotta click it like at 0 time countdown. Like what? Remember those days? I don't know what Propy will do in that arena, if you will. I don't know. But my gut tells me it's not going to do bad. It'll probably do quite well. And I'm probably going to be on standby myself, to be honest with you, to pounce on some, just in case. And I can't say that I know it's going to do that or whatever. I don't know. And I also don't know how many they're going to release. Now, I did hear from the same source, which seems to be quite reliable, by the way, there's going to be a minimum amount of ETH that you, if you want to get the PayPal pre-sale. I meant to say this earlier, just kicked in, thank God, because then I have to edit it in later. 1 ETH is the minimum. So if you have 1 ETH, you'll get the discount, you'll get the bonus. Anybody that doesn't have 1 ETH, I don't want to hear you crying, oh, it leaves us out. Sorry about your luck. I'm sorry to say that, but sorry about your luck. This is the world we live in. As my sister would say, nobody said life is fair. She was over here the other day. She's like, she said, you mentioned me in your videos? I said, yeah. Whenever I have to tell somebody, nobody said life is fair, I tell them I'm channeling you. She's laughed about it. Maybe I'll come in there one day with you, you know. I said, start your own channel, Andrea. Start your own channel. I'll feed you. I'll tell my subscribers, hey, here's my sister. I don't know what the hell you're going to talk about because you're a little bit on the sheep side, if you know what I mean. And my subs don't want any part of that. You know, we're kind of kidding around, but yet serious, you know. Anyways, there's a 1 ETH minimum. That's so doable, which is great. And I'm not sure the upper cap, but it could be between 100 and 200 ETH from what I heard from this one source, and they seem to be quite reliable. And I would almost say take that to the bank, as I say. But again, I don't want to say I'm 99%. I'm like 95% sure of what I've been telling you about PayPal. So I wanted to find that out because I heard some people again complaining about the FaceCoin thing and how insane the freaking pre-sale thing was, which was not fair to anyone else who got it at 500 to 1. They have to wait for tokens to go up to 50, 60, 70 cents or something to make their money back. And I feel it. I feel their pain. I understand that. And I saw some comments in my video the other day that said, hey, well, I'm going to try to reach out to them and see if, they don't do that. Yeah, so it doesn't sound like they're going to be doing any kind of crazy, massive bonus pre-sale thing. And they're also capping it upper and lower limit, which is a good thing. Again, you don't want a massive whale to come in and clean us all out. We all tried to click at 0 time frame and they clean us out. Oh, we missed it. So, I mean, I want in on this. I want in on PayPal. And I'm going to be there pouncing the second I find out it's available. So remember what I showed you, and I'm going to show you again real quick. Because you may need to remember this. You may have forgotten this. My Ether wallet. Don't forget. Now, you've got the default up here, my Ether wallet. And this goes for any ICO. If you think it's going to go crazy and you want in before, you don't want to miss it, this is when you do this. There's the 3 here. Infura, Etherscan, my Ether wallet. All of them say ETH, 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 ETH. This is Ethereum Classic, doesn't count. None of these count. These 3. And I found back, which I shared with you guys when I found this out, Infura was very fast. It was very responsive, etc. So the other thing, again, if you want to pounce, let's say you want to put 10 Ethereum into this. And again, I say PayPal, but it could be anything you want to get into, so it doesn't really matter. You want to pounce. You want to make sure yours counts. You have to set this to 60. You must set it to 60. Okay? Infura is really responsive. Again, then you go send your ETH tokens, do that whole 9 yards. And make sure if you're sending 10 ETH, you don't just have 10 ETH in this wallet over here. Because you need the gas price, and the gas price can be more expensive than normal because you put this on 60, so that the transaction happens immediately, as close to immediate as possible. So in that case, I would say send over like 10.25 or 10.5, 10 and a half ETH, something like that, just to cover yourself so that you do it. And if it bounces back, don't sit there and keep doing it again. If it bounces back, you pretty much timed out, it's over. The thing sold out. Because each time you try to send it, it's going to take more gas. And you send it again, it's going to take more gas. If it's bouncing and showing you that little red, like when you check on the transaction thing and it shows like a little red dot on the side, it usually is a sign that this thing is sold out, it's over. So I'm just going to say that. So don't forget, if you're going to get in one of these things. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think it's next week that if this announcement comes from PayPal, which I think it will be next week sometime, and then they'll tell us when and where, how to get it, that kind of thing, get in on it. So I just want to refresh your memory on that, because I remember a bunch of us, my buddy David missed one because he had his set on 50. And it was it 10X? I think it was 10X. He missed it because he set it on 50. I set mine on 60. And that was enough for him to miss it. So anyways, just want to share that to refresh your memory. Talk a little just generally about all these cryptos and all this stuff. I understand they're down, not looking good right now. Whatever. They always recover. You've seen it a million times. But there's going to be a bunch coming out. Like Cliff High said, there's going to be 5,000 at least coming out next year, because you ain't seen nothing yet. It's going to be hotter than apparently earlier this year, like in June and July was with the ICO. So if we've got 5,000 ICOs coming, believe me, I want to talk about as many of these things as I can, because that's where the world's heading. I want to share all the information I can that I find and the research I do with you guys. I'm not telling anybody, get into this one. No. But I will tell you when I get into one, and I have been, and I've been sharing it with you, and I'm down on some of mine too. Just like everybody else. Matter of fact, most of the crap is down now. It is what it is. So again, people who yelled at me for selling my Veritasium at 0.3, don't get married to it. My buddy David got married to it. Oh man, Cliff said it could go up to $5,000 when it starts hitting some of the exchange, man. If I wait for that, that'll be crazy. I said, yeah, but it's got to hit 500 first. Remember, he said it hit 500 in the beginning. It didn't quite hit 500. It did go above 1 ETH, 1-to-1 ETH. It was actually at 1.2. So you would get 1.2 ETH back for 1 Veritasium. Man alive. Would I have liked to have been on that, right? You can't marry this stuff. You see a fat profit, a nice profit, take it. Sure, you may have sold, like the example I gave, $8 for, what was it? Whatever the one I was showing you, that went up to $38.40. That's a little painful. But if you got in at 20, 30 cents and you sold off at $8, you're not exactly upset and crying, right? And if you waited and it went to 38 and 40, I'm still waiting, it's going to go higher, and then it crashed down $20. Of course, given the other example of $8, you're still happy at $20. But it just goes to show you, this stuff is wildly volatile, like we knew in advance. You are responsible to keep track of this stuff. So if you guys want to know what app I use, it's called Blockfolio on my phone. Blockfolio. And you could add every coin you have in your portfolio. You could pick the exchange, which you have to pick an exchange. And I just go in and hit whatever exchange. Yes, like I bought it today, which I really didn't. Because you can actually set the price and stuff of what you paid. So it knows exactly, this is what you paid for this one, this one, this one, and this one. Here's what it's at today. You're either up or down on this one. Here's your general overall portfolio, and here's what it's worth today. You can also set alerts. But I think with the alerts, you have to pick, again, the exchange. So you might be able to set up numerous alerts on one coin, I think. You can do that. And pick different exchanges. So you can say, I want Bittrex, I want EtherDelta, I want this one. And create literally 3 different exchanges, alerts, so that if it goes above this price or below this price, it'll notify you. It can beep once, or you can say, set it to keep going, and it'll keep beeping every, I don't know how long, minute or 30 seconds, I'm not really sure. To notify you, hey, your price target's hit. So now you can make the decision, do I want to go sell off or not? And anyway, so I want to cover a bunch of things in this video. I'm not upset with everything, but again, when I took my profit and then sold the rest of my Veritasium, I sold some of my Populous a little while back too when it was up decently. Again, I'm not married to it. Took a profit. So I had a nice stack of cash, so to speak, to get into some of these other ICOs that I've been talking about. And there's a number of them that aren't doing real well. But the beautiful thing is, and again, I can't say this for you guys, but I can say it for myself because this is what I've done. That stuff doesn't really hurt when you made an epic move in the beginning and you had this pile that you're now playing with, and it was all essentially play money because of what you did with your first, $5,000 of money that turned into tens of thousands, and now you took that, so that, you can afford to do that is what I'm saying. Call it lucky, call it whatever you want, I understand. And I know a lot of you didn't have that happen to you. You just got into some of these ICOs right off the bat. And, oh, wait a minute. And I know some people, one lady emailed me, oh, I didn't get in on any of the ICOs. I went and bought on the exchange. She wouldn't have bought on the exchange when it was up in the upper price range. So she has to now wait for it to come back up to where it was just to break even and then go higher. And I think that will happen in her case. But when? How soon, right? Just, again, this is the nature of the beast. This is the nature of playing this game. It's the same on the stock market. It's the same on any market, commodities, futures, all that. You do the same stuff. The only difference here is that the swings up and down are massively volatile. And they can be gut-wrenching. And the good news is, since day one of me talking about this stuff, at least this year, when I really got into this heavily, I was telling you all the warnings that Cliff High was giving his web reports. Guys, it's going to be massively volatile. There's going to be stomach-churning events up and down. Be prepared. And they've happened, right? So I think if we just relax, sit it out, wait it out, etc. Again, with all the new people getting into cryptos left and right, there's only so many out there right now. They're going to want in on some action, right? They're going to, oh, that one's down. Let me get into it, right? And the pricing is going to start going back up. For all of them, I don't know. But it's why I'm in several. That's why you should be in several. That's why we talk about having a portfolio, not dumping all my eggs in one basket. Because if you dumped, for example, again, Facecoin, you dumped all your eggs into Facecoin and you didn't get in on the pre-sale thing, oh, you are not a happy person. You're not a happy person. So anyways, that's it. Want to cover as much as I could. All these things that were on my mind, that sort of stuff. I think, was there something else I wanted to add? I don't think so. I think that was it. Propy, yep. Got that email. I will say this as I end this. I think many of us, myself included, are going to be quite surprised, not for all these ones that are down right now, but some of these ones that are down back to the ICO level. Oh my God. If we just be patient, I think as new news comes out, we've made a deal with this company, we've done that, oh, the thing's going to jump. It's a matter of being patient, but it's also a matter of, I don't have any more money to spend. I need to liquidate some stuff. What do I liquidate so I can get in some new ICO and hope that it doubles or triples? Because that's your other option. Take a bit of a loss, come up with some ETH, and then hope, throw a Hail Mary, so to speak, on this ICO or that ICO. If it doubles or triple, I'm back in the game and everything's beautiful. It's something for you to think about. Take care. I did not think I'd be here talking for 40-something minutes, but I want to talk about all this stuff and cover as much as I can because I get your emails. I see the stuff you guys are asking me, and I think I just covered a bunch of it. Take care.